Welcome. This is Michael Mike, and on today's tutorial, will we be going over Izotope's Ozone 8 Elements. This plugin is for those who want to get their demos mastered, but maybe not an engineer or know anything about mastering or anything, but that's what you want your demo. You want your demo mastered like the rest, because let's admit it, if you can't get your demo mastered right, then how can you sell a product that you've been waiting so long using, which is music, to make you money? So this is a part of it. So I'll be introducing you to this. It has what's called a mastering assistant right here. Which is so good about it is that when you press it, if you know nothing about mastering, it doesn't make a difference. You press that and it'll do it for you. It also has some nice features. Let's see, you have your EQ, your maximizer. This is to turn it up loud. Okay, this is your imager. Okay, and this is your EQ. Okay, now let's go through a couple of things before we get into this. This is the master assistant button. So this button right here, you just play your track and hit this button. And when you hit this button, it's going to automatically go ahead and master the demo for you. So, but one thing that you got to take into mind, there's something that I want to show you, is that if you're going to go get your demo mastered, whether you use this or at a spot that masters demos, one thing you have to do is your demo has to be at -3 or -6. Okay, this is the two settings which you give it to the person who's mastering to master, because what they're going to do now, what this is the loudest, it should be -3 or -6. But when we use this threshold, what they're telling you is if you put your stuff to YouTube, okay, which is -3, okay, they're saying that this right here, where you say learn loves, the loudness, as I push this down, you're going to notice that it's going to increase its loudness. They're saying that this loudness level can only be as loud as 14. Anything that's over that, they're telling you that they're not accepting it because it's made too loud. And you got to understand, there's a difference when we're talking about mastering. Mastering is just not cutting it up extremely loud. That's a part of it. The other part is creating it in a mix where it has its depth, right? It still have its structures, its clarity. So I'm going to give you an example of that. Now, let's go to the master assistant. I'm going to play the track. Okay, now I'm gonna come up here to the master assistant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the master assistant. Now it's gonna ask me for streaming. If I push this, it's gonna give me the, you wanna go to YouTube or whatever. If I push CD, which I'm gonna use right now, it's gonna say, yeah, how do I want it? Intensity, moderate, high, or low, right? I'm gonna push next. And it says waiting for me to play audio. Okay. So first I have to cut it on. All right. Now I'll play the audio. Okay. Now I'll push OK. Now you can see, I'm sorry if it got loud for a minute, but you can clearly see that in here, people, when you set your threshold for maximum for mastering, they turn it up to point -3. Okay, so this right here, and its loudest that's recommended was at 11. It doesn't exceed 14. Okay, this is for adding characteristics and all of the rest to it. So I'll play it again. Okay, now the thing about this is, if you don't like what is presented here, before we get to this, we have to go back and turn this off and I'm gonna go back to this regular mix. When you get ready, say if this the mix, when I make the mix, notice it got to be straight. Notice the sound. It sounds like down and muffly. Notice the highs is not high like I want to listen at home. Like I need to bring up some highs or lows, the mids. When you're doing your mixes, you just want the natural sound of that sound. And if you do highlight it, it's barely, right? Because if you do it like this is what I mean. I'm gonna increase the highs to this. Now I'm gonna increase the highs. Now you see, right? Now you hear how it's screechy. Now these are the two mistakes that most engineers make. Their highs are too screechy and their lows are too this is how it sounds boxy because either they didn't control the EQing with the bass and the kick, or it's not side chain, or various of the sounds or the selection of the sound that they use can make a difference like that too. So all of these things, remember, if you're gonna go and your stuff is screechy like I played it, like this, okay, and then you say I'm gonna put this in elements so we can go ahead and master my demo. Okay, true, but if you throw that like that in here, it's gonna not sound right. So the good thing about this, it forces you to become a good engineer. And if you watch some of my previous videos, and I'm gonna make some more on getting your stuff specifically EQ right and controlled, therefore when it goes down and you mix them like that, the other result is you're gonna like them. Because remember, this is without, and when you feed it through elements, it comes out. Oops. There you go. It comes out like this. It's gonna get loud, all right, for your ears. Okay, so now let's dig into a couple things. Now, say if I didn't want what they were giving. Now, what I want to show you is this. Okay, if I want to give my demo to a master engineer, of course, I can't give it up here because when he cut it up loud, it's too loud. This is the reason why when you got to come in and give your demos, it must be -6. Okay. And then they'll add to it at -6 or -3. All right. Now, another thing, this is IRC1. It makes it sound thinner. IRC2 makes it sound thicker. Let's take a listen. That's IRC2. Let's click it. C1. Okay, over here we have the characteristics. Okay, we want how we want them to happen, the sharpness of when we want to happen quick, or do we want them to happen slow? It would depend on the music. So we want to have them a little bit fast. Okay. Also, I want to make the transients come in a little bit more with a little bit of emphasis right here by hitting this button. So let's give it a play. Okay, now we can come over here to the imager, which is not even on. This is make it wider with this imager here. To reset any of the settings, just hit this button. This is reset. Now, I'm gonna play it. This is mono because it's going straight up and down. When it's stereo, it become wider. So I'm gonna play it. To the left is mono. To the right, stereo. Let's cut it on. Okay. To the left is mono. To the right, stereo. Okay. And that widened the track. You can also hear in my voice, it's mono. All right, now as we go right now, it's stereoized. You hear it on the two sides. Okay, so let me set this back again. Okay, now up here, we said that which I was going in, I can increase my mids. I need to decrease a little bit of highs, okay, and drop a little of my lows, okay, and I agree with all three of them, okay. Um, Also, but I'll need to add bands because there's some muddy spots, which is in all demos, and that's at about 3 right here. Let's play it back. And it's twin that lives at about 5 or 6. All right, play the demo back. Okay, this you got your high pass and low pass. I would actually high and low pass this uh, because we only get one EQ. Um, Actually, I would have cut the low end and some from the highs before I could um, control it better. But as it has right here, what I do is just I do that anyway. I change this to a high pass, okay, and I'll make it resonant. Oh wait a minute, dude, let's calm down. Let's see, did I choose the wrong one? Let's go back. Yeah, all right. And so I'll play it and just back it off where I think it sounds bad. All right, now I'll do the same thing for here at 8. I use the same thing, a low pass. Uh, let's see. Okay, so pretty much, if you go in here, there's a couple of things that's so good about this. If you don't know much about mastering, it's an excellent tool. And not only this, it has these presets up there, which is fabulous. with these, you can go after, you know, let this do the mastering for you as you learn. You can pick the genre. Well, I want them pop vocals. You can put this on a vocal. You know what I mean? Your vocal tracks, all kind of stuff. Your instrument buses. You see up here, you can put these on your buses. I have a demo on your bus, so you should know what those are for your drums or whatever, vocals, whatever in detail. This by Izotope. They always make good products, even the reverbs, the compressors, um, they the C2, it's the C3 now. EQs, they're wonderful. They work excellent. This is an excellent product because what they show you is if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay because you can push the assistant and then kind of learn. Well, maybe my stuff is too boxy, or maybe it's too bright, it's too low, and controlling that. And I think those elements would be good. All right. This is Michael Mike. Also, you get the subscribe button if you like. You can look at the notification button. It's been a little while since I post up a little something, but I got some other material coming. And enjoy you. Like I say, Izotope, you're a winner right here. This is good. I highly recommend this. You know what I mean? Sitting down a couple of hours and knowing what to do and marinating, experimenting around with it. I think you're going to come up with some very nice things because this is a winner to me. And if you want to reset anything, just hit this button. Everything resets. You know what I mean? This is good. This is IRC1. IRC2 is a little thicker. Watch. This is IRC1. Okay. This IRC2. It's going to be more deeper. You got your bypass here. You got your match gain for both sides here. This is your clipping, your peak level, everything. Your swap polarity, and listen in mono or in stereo. So see how you like it. Also, with this EQ, there's something else too. All right, this is just this part of the EQ that I did. But no, when you click this, right here, now you got the mid and you got the sides, right? You can click on the sides right here, and you can basically control the sides, okay? If you want the sides, here we go, left. Now, this is the left part of the side. If you want, you can like drag the bass a little out by 100 so it won't be so much on the left. Then you click on the right. I believe, oh, the right is right here. And if you want, you get high pass and take it about 100 out of that. And that's better because you can leave the mids where they got to have a lot of rumble in it, you know what I mean? So that getting more room for the keyboards or guitars and stuff. That's excellent. You can add highs, mids. If you want the mids a little bit more midier, you can make them more deeper. Depending on the music, you can really just whatever you want to do. Now, let's see. Let's go back to the middle. Okay, and this would be not the sides. Okay. Mids. Okay, now let's play this back. Now you notice that the kick is more up center, all right? And the rest of the instruments like the keyboards are balanced more on the side. So it gives more room for the kicks of the punch, you know. So these various techniques, this is very excellent. It has more bands. All you have to do click on them, and it bands everywhere. You know what I mean? For you to do whatever you want to do. Then you can go right here to surgical mode to where you can really get busy. This is excellent. It's good to sit down with a couple of. If you can't master nothing, all it is trial and error. Keep messing around until you get it right. Watch my tutorials, and then you'll learn more. And I'm gonna put some more and more stuff out. Even basically at starting the demo, we need to render it, EQing the compression, running into buses, cleaning up. This is what engineers do. Thank you. This is Michael Mike. Hit the subscribe button, whatever you like. I'll have more videos coming out, right? That's it. Hope this has been helpful for you. Thanks at Izotope and Ozone, Element H, excellent product. Neutron is another one. They got just so many. RX, Izotope, you done it again. Yo, this is Michael Mike. I'm out of here.